And welcome everybody to session 3 of the UK Open Qualifiers here at Stanley. And our third game features local lad Gary Farquhar playing out of the Vipers, and he's up against Craig Newton, who I'm led to believe is the York area. I'm sure somebody will put us right on that. And just to let anybody who's missed the earlier two streams, there are 121 players battling for 11 golden tickets into the main competition that takes place Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that's when the big boys all come in. For those that were watching the last stream, just to let you know that Graham Howard beat James Staples on a tiebreaker. That was the only game that was still going. For anybody who don't know, the small lad is Gary Farquhar in the black, and the big lad is Craig Newton in the white. We are also live on our YouTube channel, so if anybody wants to get it on the big telly, if you've got a smart TV, just search for Wrong Bias Podcast and we will appear on your big telly. If you've got any questions or comments, just stick them on our Facebook page, the feed, because that's the one that I'm probably following, although I will dip out into the YouTube one as well. So we have Mr. Farquhar playing with his dark red Drake Professionals size 4, and we have Craig playing with his brighter red Drake's size 3. Did stream Gary in the World Bowls Tour qualifiers in October when he beat sure he beat Darren Weir possibly on ring 8. It's virtually on the same rink now, but we'll call it ring 7.5, 6.5. I don't know what number we're going to call it. If there's anybody local knocking around, it's free to come in. There are people in the stand behind us. For all the, you may not see them, they're in the corner. There's quite a few people at the top end where the catering is. And again, many thanks to Lean to Succeed for sponsoring this event and for their continued support within the game. So they've had the trial ends. The format is 2 sets, 7 ends. If it's a tie, then we go to a 3-end tiebreaker, which is best of ends, not the number of shots. So here we go. Craig also has the black stickers. I do believe they're Wrong Bias stickers we've got on there. Never get them off. Made of super glue. Decent start from Craig. Commentator's curse, great start from Craig. Just needs to run. And a great reply. Good ball from Craig. Just tell you the other games that's on at the minute. We've got Paul Barlow playing Conrad Morrison, Mark Higgins playing Michael Kent, and Malcolm Johnson playing Martin Rogan. Nick Elphick hasn't arrived, so Stuart Wiley moves into the next round. And the winner of this morning's prelims is Dean Reevers playing Aaron Johnson on the far side. Dean was my co-commentator in the last game. Gary probably just looking to draw down this ditch side. Ditch side's a little bit stiff at the minute, I think. Really asking a lot out there. Two to Craig. Just in case you're wondering, we do open mic style commentary, very informal, a bit crack as if we're sitting having a pint, which obviously we're not. Getting a bit of criticism there from me right hand man. You must have finished putting the tent up in the. Have you finished putting the tent up in Asda car park for us for 3 days?
Just about, mate, just about.
Come on, Velvet Tones, get on.
Nice and warm for you.
Oh, it's nice to be home, mate.
Hello, mate.
How we doing?
I'm alright. We're all cooking gas. Everything touch wood's going canny.
It's been good. Been having a bit of watch. Rink seems to be playing nice as well.
Yeah, young Dean had a bit roll up, Reaver. Bit roll up yesterday. He said it's not as quick as it was last night when he had a roll up, but I think it's done as usual and went a bit chilly.
Right.
I think Gary said about the same as well. When he's just been.
I was watching Gary's game and second set he seemed to be just dropping that 18 inches shorter.
Yeah.
He nailed his pace early doors in the first set, didn't he? Played it well.
No, I was guessing that Craig is from the York area, is he?
He is. Yeah, he is.
Nobody's come on to contradict us, so.
Good player, Craigie. Good battler. Crowney as well.
Crowney as well?
Aye. I believe. Shoot as if I'm wrong, anybody, but I'm sure he's a Crowney.
We were getting the player profile, but apparently we know everything about Mr. Farquhar.
Didn't need to know anything about Gary Farquhar, really. You just call him sir because you don't want to right hook off him. 35 stone smashing you straight in the face. Well played, Gary, every ball.
Yeah, he bounced back there, mate, with a decent 3.
Aye, my mate, he's been around a long time now. He's becoming a stalwart now, isn't he?
He is, mate. I remember when he was playing for Sunderland in the under-25s.
Aye.
One getting there now, might just be tipping the scales.
When he was fresh-faced and not a tattoo in sight.
Can't I? Butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. He used to sit down at the backside when he kept getting beat. Toys were out, you know. Toys was out.
He's certainly made improvements in that department. And Craig's played Craig a couple of times. He's a hard one to read, Craig, at times. He's really good, solid player. Plays in the Grand Prix a lot down at Lincoln as well.
Right.
Bernie Hill, he's a crowner. There you go. Full of useless knowledge, I am.
Bernie, I've been keeping an eye on the kids and they're all right in there. They're doing all right. And start there from Craig.
One thing I always remember about Craig, which I thought so much about when I was having my little bad spell in hospital when I had my kidney problem. He walked in one day and visited, which I thought was really nice. Came in to see us.
Get the wrong bed, like?
He did, he was up for somebody else. But I took all of his grapes.
Grapes. You played hell. Where's the pies? Speaking of pies, I generally listen to Test Match Special and generally get cakes brought to them and what have you. So we're going to open the wrong biased delicatessen if anybody's interested in fetching a cake and a pie.
What's the service been like today? Are you getting any or what?
No.
I'll give Parkinson the evil eye in a minute.
You know, I said we've had a coffee out of him. It might be in a bit of a spot of a bother here. I don't know whether you caught the first game with Ken Scott on.
I didn't.
He's only been playing a year. He's from Primrose.
Yeah.
And he loved it. He loved it. I mean, Malcolm was commentating with Johnson.
That's when I switched off, like, as soon as I only joking, no, only joking. Yeah, I did. I didn't see who it was. I just caught a little bit of the first end. And
you know, I just thought, you know, that's why this format's so good.
Yeah.
Because they've got the 11 tickets. You just got to win 3 games.
Exactly.
And you get a crack at the big boys.
I've always said it sort of epitomises the sport as well, isn't it? You can play league games in your own club and you can be playing against multiple world champions, same as you know you would anybody else in the club.
And anybody that's still rolling out that's a closed shop malarkey, well, I'm sorry, but there's 11 places up here for grabs. You kind of get more open than that.
Craig drawn in for 3 there, I think. Might have just made it. Not just a 2.
2, was it?
Yep.
2 it was.
Is that wrong bias? Lollipops I'm saying there, Mr. Mackay?
They are, they've got the stickers on.
We are absolutely flying now.
Flying now, but never been known. What with our stickers getting used?
People will start to call us professionals soon. We'll not this back.
Oh, Bodgett and Scarpa. I think I can safely say professional and not be mentioned when I'm a concept.
Mr. Reaver doing his little stint earlier, I heard as well. Was that him on ring 1 there?
He is. He's over far side playing Aaron Johnson, who got out of jail this morning. Played Alan Lawton, lost the first. He was 5-0 up the first set. Held his nerve, didn't bottle it. For anybody who's dipping in and out, we have got another 5 sessions today. We're running, the group finals are due to take place at 9 o'clock, 2 group finals, which we will be streaming one, whichever one JP selects, and it'll be the same Tuesday from 8:45 in the morning and Wednesday.
I'm already looking forward to that 8:45 start. I tell you, I love morning balls, mate. Give me any session as early as you like.
I've said to Mally, I says, you know, this could be your. No, I think it was Dean. This could be your first. I've never been out watching balls at 8:45 in the morning.
Can't wait.
You got a good line.
Looking good. He's looking good. Yeah, perfect. Well played. Made a couple of that as well, I think. Great ball.
I'm just worried in case you come in your onesie, mate. Your Freddie Flintstone onesie.
It's unicorn one, man. I've told you.
Oh, that's right.
Well, they have says we can wear what we want.
Got a decent line.
No, he's not a mile away neither. Just needs to break. Probably made second.
We'll keep you up to date with all the other scores that's going on at the minute. We'll let them
You have arrived.
Get into a few. Apparently Sat-nav just says we've arrived.
Thank God for that.
I think we need parental guidance on that little bit of audio.
Yeah.
It just needs to get out.
Very close. Very close. Yeah, well played.
Yeah, well played. 2.
Somebody not turned up?
Yep, somebody, who's Nick Elphick hasn't turned up. led to believe there might be a space on the next session as well. And there was a couple that didn't turn up first thing this morning, which a little bit frustrating for the organiser.
Yeah, I bet, and for the opposition really.
Yeah. But
Super Mario on marking duties again and all.
you'll get me into trouble, lad. I got into trouble the last time.
Did you?
I did. You collared us. If it wasn't for the fact that you had it immaculate, that got us out of jail. He got- We are streaming on YouTube as well. So, getting the best of both worlds at the minute.
Good stuff.
Good line. There you get out.
Not enough. Is it just me, or from what I've seen, is it just hang a little bit on the high lines?
Both hands seem to be, mate, because I know when we were up here for the World Wars Tour qualifier, the inside hand used to be a boomerang.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether it's because it's gone
Slightly over.
half a rink over where it's getting the grab a little bit.
Well, that rink 7 is massive. Yeah, it would have been 7, so that's massive, that side, so it's possibly crossing over with that line as well. Good effort there from Gary. He touched it round the corner. Craig didn't like that out of his hand.
Gary's moved.
A million mile away, like, to be fair.
Yeah.
Makes a point if he bends.
Yeah, be close, mate. I think it's them wrong by a stick. Is that fetching them in now? He'll never get them off, I've said. He'll have to get a blowtorch and a scraper. Right, he's in for 2, mate. Well, he's currently 2. I don't know whether the last ball was count, but it's 2.
Gary just needs to just play the draw here. If he is over the top and touches in for 3, great, but I wouldn't be sort of chasing it. He's down a positive line by the looks of it.
Whether it'll get down.
Down a positive line.
It's not bad. He's
He's
played a
played
cough
it
drop.
perfect, well played.
Well played.
Cracking ball. Not so sure if he's still just the one, like.
Umpire down a bit further down.
Just the one.
Well, I think he's wide. It's wide.
Yeah.
I think we discussed this the last time when we were up here about the runners on here.
Hard work.
Yeah. Because the lad that Gary played, he was playing a few runners. I know he was playing with them Optimus.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not the tightest ball. The tightest ball probably over here that you'll probably see, but they're not the tightest over in Australia. Sort of mid-bias over in Australia. I wouldn't fancy using them over here, man. I used them out there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't particularly find them as a benefit playing indoors with them, I don't think. Looking at the game, he always seemed to just drift by all the time. Anything over the pace, he never seemed to get back.
I thought it was 6-4.
6-4 if it was only one, yeah.
Not like us to be righty, mate, was it?
I know. I tell you, man, we're gonna get a bad reputation, don't we?
I said we can't get the names wrong, mate, this time, because they've got big A5 posters on the wall. If we get them scores wrong, we've got a problem. Oh dear me, I'm amending the bloody 1, 2, 3, 4. God, give me strength. Will you keep this board up to date? I'm thinking I'm wrong and...
6-4 after 5-8, is that right?
Bit of a conflab between the marker and the umpire here.
Stu's inquiry.
It's put Craig off as well. He's not happy with this. Fingers are going up, everything here, working out what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, we've got the board wrong. Oh my God, the score's wrong.
Can you rewind the stream?
We start again.
Can we have VAR? Have you got VAR, lads? Bernie, what I was saying about the kids, you might have to come down.
Yeah.
Have a word.
So we're up to speed now anyway. We're on the 6th end, 6-4 to Gary.
A decent line, I don't know whether you're up.
Has there been a preferred hand, mate? I hadn't watched it enough to see if anybody's stuck to a particular hand.
They've all seemed to play the inside hand this way and the ditch hand t'other way.
Right. Nice ball here from Craig. Yeah, well played.
But that inside hand, it hasn't got the big finish that we saw in October.
Right. Not a mile away. Not a mile away at all. Drawing the shot.
Played or what? What's it gone?
Yeah, great ball. Well played.
Could you keep the same hand there? Maybe just a toddle on it, maybe? Yeah, looks. He's got a pound on it. Whether it's going to stand up.
Not a mile away neither.
Not bad at all for the ball, eh?
Not a mile away, just needs to flick to his own. And he has. Oh, what a ball that is.
So, going by our score, 6-5. We go into the last end of the set. I know I mentioned it earlier on, but congratulations to Hartlepool, mate, on winning.
Fantastic.
On winning the Durham.
Over the moon. Great weekend all in all. It's great having two clubs who are pushing each other every season, and we never quite got over the line yesterday in the top club. We're over the moon for the guys for us to get there, and then Hartlepool did the area proud.
Yeah.
Can't underestimate what that does for the game in the area, really. People I think it gives people a bit of a buzz and gets them wanting to try and make those teams and play better balls.
Yeah.
Ah, that didn't half stand. That didn't move.
You covered the spot. If that's the right spot, there's not many spots out there at the minute.
Has anybody been playing with something that does a bit? If you know what I mean? 'Cause I know Gary was playing with pros, which obviously hold a decent line. Gary's gone for his slightly tighter set of Drake's professionals here. Not sure what Craig's playing with.
Well, young Dane played with Aero Grooves this
So he
morning.
played with the Groves today.
Yeah. Well, Gary addressing the head straight away.
Oof. Don't know if it looks different from the mat, but it's not the nicest head to attack that actually. It's not as if he's going to get jack in the ditches. It's probably going to catch on the back ball.
Might try to leave yourself a bit of a shelf.
I think that. It's,
We're going to cover the old spot now, I think.
you play what your gut tells you to play, but I think I'd have been having a little look at that. Still plenty of room to draw it. Especially the way the set lies. He's
Quick
going again.
mate. I think he's wide again.
He
Look
is.
at that.
Now he's left himself right in it. Having to draw to save now if he...
Trying to save the set.
yeah.
And I think if Craig beats that back ball, mate, it's going to be very difficult to save the set.
It's where that second ball's critical, man. He could have, you're drawing with that second ball, regardless of whether you get third shot. If you build that head up, it makes that runner a little bit easier, or gives you an edge, or whatever. And he's just left himself.
No, I think that's a poor ball from Craig, because I thought if he
At
beats
least,
Gary's
yeah, definitely, yeah.
for third,
You would favour Gary's going to go again, isn't he? Because even if he gets
take
one of the
one,
balls, he
yes.
gets a draw with the set.
you would.
Gets the ball solid, he's got a chance to take two balls out and make the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Craig needed to beat that closest Gary ball.
I think he might go quicker.
I'd be surprised if he draws, put it that way, after going twice.
Yeah.
But the wrong bias prediction is never 100%, so he'll probably draw the shot here. What's he doing?
He's gone quick
Right,
again.
he's gone
mate.
again.
I
He
think
looks slightly better line.
Just needs to hold on for now.
No, he's gone.
That's two to Craig, and first set, 7-6.
Without sounding like a broken record, we've talked about this a lot, isn't it? It's those key balls in these set formats that can make or break you.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have thought he might have got a wing ball in or something with his.
If the shot had been jack high, I could have probably understood it, but the fact that he's a ball and a half shy of the jack, I don't know. I think I'd have just been drawn into it. But you see, you've got to back yourself and go with what you feel is right.
That's right, mate.
Good afternoon, Mr. Miller. The tough thing now in this second set, especially with this set's format, is it's a big frame of mind thing as well, because Craig's going to be standing. He didn't steal the set in any shape or form. It's not as if he fluked the set. He played a good end there, but he's managed to win the set from nothing really. So he'll be going into this second set buzzing, and Gary's not going to be a happy boy. He's just got to switch off and get back to what he was doing earlier.
Yeah. Just Just a little roundup of the other games. Dean Reeves took the first set against Aaron Johnson. Conrad Morrison's took the first set against Paul Barlow. Malcolm Johnson looks like he's possibly took the first set against Martin Rogan because it's 7-2 after 6. And we're waiting for the last ball in the other game between Mark Higgins and Michael Kent. And Michael Kent took the first set. Or maybe, no, they've only played 5 ends. Preempted myself there, mate. Decent line, whether he's going to. When Gary played that hand, it did come in late, but
yeah. Slow, isn't it?
Yeah. His last ball's probably a bad ball, and all now because probably locked the back in.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Alan Stewart as well. The Northumberland posse's in the house this afternoon. Mr. Miller and Mr. Stewart.
So what do you reckon, mate? Who's going to play here?
I think he'll draw again. Hasn't really got a great deal. Nice little port to come in, but Craig's last ball takes anything daft away. He's playing great call, Davey.
Gary's balls actually just fell over the short ball.
He's actually perfect here, you know. I think he's got it.
Got a treat if.
Depends if his front ball's short or not.
I think it's one to Craig. Well, one to Gary.
Good ball.
Picked the shot out we did.
Yeah, perfect as always. Come back for more tips and coaching techniques anytime, guys.
Anytime, you like. There you go.
I think he's going to roll the jack here. I got it right.
Give me strength, lad.
Oh, you got that jack perfectly.
If anybody's local in the area, feel free to come in. It is Henry is free. We're here all day
And night.
and night.
And week. In fact, I've heard rumours we're going to get a bench. Or a plaque on it.
All I'm going to say is that when you talk about steps this week, it's probably got to be more in the pop group than I'm going to take.
A good ball out from Craig. Well played. Rich Stokes. Dave, can you be my coach tomorrow for my game? Just at the end of the rain, at the end of the green. Aye, I'll call all of his shots. Will be the wrong ones. Yeah, great ball there. Great ball.
We did catch the end of Alan's Lawton game and he won shirt of the day already. The Jarrow shirt.
Jarrow, it's their new shirt.
if anybody's
effort from
watching on
Craig.
YouTube on a 60-inch television, they got a fine back view of it. Fill the screen.
I did notice that, yeah. Hogged the centre line a lot. Alan's asking, what do you guys think about the fact of charging people to watch the finals over the weekend? You'll have to expand on that one a touch, Alan, because I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Why are you coming out?
Just looking over on rink. I'm not sure how these rinks is right. 6-5 is it? Is it rink 5? Mark Higgins against Michael Kent. Michael's 9-6 up here in the last, but I think Mark's got a little sniffer. He's lying a couple. Still plenty of room for Michael. Well, that looks a good pace again. I had to make 3. Yeah, I think he's lying the 3 that he needs, but Michael's got a good yard to beat the 2 outsiders.
Gary might be shot here. Yeah.
Yep, what a Gary.
Just looking at that markhead, it's one of the ends where you can do a daft count.
It is, yeah. I've always said they're the ends you do get the counts.
Yeah.
Because it just looks so easy to beat, doesn't it? Well, Michael's played his last ball. Tell you what, he doesn't look up to me.
He's
He
giving up.
isn't.
Oh, I think he
might have.
I think he might have. He
Might
has.
have sneaked
Just
the
looking
back
at
door.
marks.
Ah,
Just use that up and get up there. Well, Mark must think he's due in. I think he might have snuck for 3. He's asking for 4, Mark, actually. Good start from Gary. There's definitely 3 gone out.
My last ball, Colin, how far? Right back on you.
2 foot behind Jack, right?
I tell you what, don't waste your time on that. Yeah, sorry over you.
Mark got a 4 that he needs to win the first set. Gary's not a mile away here again if he runs. Good hand again.
Craig might have a change. Or will he?
You'd favour it, wouldn't you? Little chaser down there. Got nice position at the back if he gets the inside of the last ball. And he plays the opposite hand. Right, that's me off.
Alright, thanks for being on you, mate.
Sitting in the seat, somebody who knows what they're talking about.
It's a slow, mate.
Yes,
Get it.
I just don't know if that was the right shot.
Ah. Just with Gary's ball wide in the head, 6 inches, it gives you the extra option there,
Does,
doesn't it?
yeah.
Really?
Does.
But who
Yep.
knows?
They're playing the game.
Yeah.
Just thought, even if you played a yard of pace and you get tight, you get his front ball and you make second.
It's all down to his pace.
Not bad again. Wrap right in behind his other balls, very nice. Yeah, he's good. Good stuff.
I don't think he'll change it either, mind.
He hasn't.
I think he's.
Suppose if you back yourself
He's
on a
on, but
particular
yes,
line,
yeah.
then fair enough. But I
Exactly,
just think
yeah.
percentage-wise, all the shots were down the other hand.
Just needs to run with this.
It was a blind head for him as well. His one ball would have not given him a sight or the jack, so you're not aiming. I just didn't add up that one for me, like. But
I think that might be a. Oh, it's a 3.
Fraction that way, please. Touch 4.
that hand definitely sticks on that high line if you get a touch wide, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's twice he's drawn down there and pretty much made the spot. Paul Mosley scoring the Higgins rink. He was 3 down playing the last end and got a 4, Mr. Higgins. So he won the first set by 1.
Needs to run. Yeah, he's in again. Well played.
Yeah, good ball.
Fancy black.
What's the gap, please? Craig's last ball.
Last ball.
Yep.
2 inches.
Jeremy's asking, does this have anything to do with the open singles circuit? If not, how do you get to play in it? No, it doesn't. Jeremy, this is the Professional Bowls Association. Just need to go to their website.
Very close.
And you can enter any of the qualifying competitions for the World Championships, or obviously this is a new event, the UK Open. So all the qualifying spots have been taken, but will certainly be available again next year as well.
Oh, a cracking ball there. Cracking ball from Craig.
Roder's asking, is the mat no longer required to be in line with the painted dots? I don't know if it's just the angle that you're looking at there, Roder, but it is right on the centre of the rink. As you can see from Gary standing on the mat there now, the centre dot is right at the centre of the mat.
I'm like Fred is staring around this camera at the minute here.
Yeah, you're doing a good job there.
Close again.
Yeah, two great balls.
What a ball.
Two great balls.
5-2.
Alan, so just so I'm not ignoring the question that you asked, because since I did see it after expanding it, all I'll sort of say is that I'm not against it in any shape or form. I'm a firm believer that, you know, for the sport to progress, we've got to get to this situation where there is money put back into the sport for this type of thing and for live streaming. And I suppose the ultimate thing comes down to the fact of, if you want to watch it, if you've got to pay, you've got to pay. If you don't, you don't pay. So I'm sure there'll be people for and against it, but you know, for the sport to progress, we need to try different things all the time. Thought that was quite diplomatic for me, that, mate.
It was, mate.
You didn't have to kick us in the shins once.
I was looking over, I says, somebody else come on here. where's Porty gone? I was expecting Conan Blazers $24.99 to pay for a full session.
I'll be able to play tomorrow out of Black Eye.
Well played.
Just waiting for Alan to come back with a comment, whatever.
I have switched off. I'm watching.
See you later.
I've paid me $4.99.
You might be free, but I'm not listening to this rubbish.
I've paid me $4.99. I'm going to watch the 2 ball. See ya.
Oh, I got fair comment. Thanks, Alan.
So we're going to be on the naughty step there.
Dale Hudson, may I ask what happens if a player turns up with only 3 woods instead of 4? Is there a set sequence of play, or would they have to forfeit, being they would just have to get another set of 4 balls from somewhere? Dale, you can't play with the 3 balls, it's got to be 4. So you would just have to go begging and scraping and see if anybody's got a similar set of balls.
A good line from Craig here.
Well done. Nice, well
got
played.
A good result.
See now we're getting loads of comments about this, about the charging now. Did we get us on my fence? Gillian, I agree with you. There is other sports that do charge for it, so it's up to you whether you want to pay for it. And Alan, I agree with your point. A free session, I think, would bring more viewers in, but unfortunately, free sessions also don't bring any funding into the sport. So we've got to be a little bit more commercial where we can, I suppose. But time will tell. I'm sure they'll have a look at it this year, see how things go, and then they'll make the decision in the future as to what levy they put on there, if any. But the good thing is, at least we're getting to watch some balls if you do want to watch it.
A good ball there from Craig, 9-1. Brings this.
See, the bonus for us is, because we charge out, when we see all the wrong things, we can ask, anybody can ask for a refund.
No refunds here. Move along.
Crack on.
You want a refund, you've got the wrong
Does this look like a bothered face?
Speak to my agent, Mr. Parkinson. It's their event, not us.
You can have your coffee back.
So, 5-3, mate.
Hanging into the set after being 5-0 down. Give himself a chance. Gary will be looking to certainly score this end.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Miss Murdoch. Rich Stokes, you might be able to answer this one, Richie, because I know we talked about it on the podcast, but Jason was talking about there was going to be music on. I don't know if that's just for the main event from Thursday onwards, but
I think it's just going to happen for the main event.
yeah. Like we said on there as well, Richie probably heard us, that it causes a lot of issues. People think it's, you know, we should have music on, it should be lively, but as we found on the podcast in the past when we've been doing some live streaming, they've kicked us off and given us the ball to dash about it being Warner rights and all this malarkey. So,
And there's only so much plinky plonky music you can get for out.
yeah. This is why our beautiful theme tune for the podcast exists.
Yeah.
Jason loves it. Fred Edwards, can we briefly run through the format for the week? Yes, Fred. So what's happening for the next 3 days is the qualifiers. So this is to qualify for the main event. On Thursday, the top 16 will join the event. From these 3 days, there will be 11 qualifiers. I believe there is one sponsor's pick, who is the major sponsor, has picked somebody, and then there are 4 countries who have also got qualifiers. I did mention earlier on that there was 5, but I did forget about the sponsor's pick. And the sponsor's pick this year is Danny Dennison, so he's joining. I believe off the top of my head there is 15 of the top 16 attending, because Alex Marshall could not, because he's over in Australia. So Scott Edwards, off the top of my head again, has come in from 17th place. Great ball from Gary there. So on Thursday, the 16 qualifiers will then be matched up in the draw with the top 16. And what makes this event slightly different to your likes of your Worlds is it's not a fixed draw from that point onwards. So after you've played the last 32, there will be an open draw again, and you could play against anybody. So 2 seeds could play against each other, 2 qualifiers could play against each other. So I think it's a really good change and a really positive one as well. So that gives you a little bit of an understanding. I think it'll be last 32, last 16 on Thursday, and then is it quarters Friday, semis and final on Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah. I tell you, I'm doing well today, because I can't even remember to go to the toilet sometimes, and I just remember the whole competition there.
On to Gary, 6-3. Everything pointing towards a tiebreaker.
Yeah, I agree, Alan. It's the open draw, I think, is really good. I think, you know, we see it on I think it's the UK Open in the darts, actually. Creates a little bit of excitement at the end of the competition when people are finding out who they're playing against the next day, rather than it being a fixed draw, which is really good. And I'll have you know, Mr. Stoke, I've got a very nice singing voice. You're mocking my singing voice. I'll do a bit of Frank Sinatra or something.
So mate, Craig needing a 3 to seal the game. We come down to the old end management, mate, don't we?
And that's not always the worst start. You don't want to be short when you're needing a 3. And David's in there. That also happens in the snooker shootout as well. Yeah, just it's a different dimension. It's a different thought, and it's a good thing.
From Gary.
Craig's not bad here, I don't think. Nice position again. I think Gary will be.
It'll keep a ball.
I think Gary will be looking to draw a yard through here. Split them 2 red balls, pretty much gets the set. Not a mile away.
Need to finish.
Not a mile away. Oh, I got one right. Get up there, lad. Who says I don't know what I'm talking about?
Well, then what do you reckon, mate?
I think he'll
Go quick at it?
Nah, I think he'll go a yard on again. If he finishes past Gary again, then Gary's got to try and get something furthest back, or he's got chat in the ditch for the. I definitely think he'll go quick, Richie. Bang on, I was.
Our predictor. We know what we're doing. For all he's missed there, he's actually probably give himself a better chance.
Yeah,
he's took that gap down.
He's got to go 2 foot in his last, hasn't he?
Yeah.
2 foot in his last, past the outside ball and split the 2 buttons.
I've known many a fella would have a run at the back Reading just to try
Just to clear it off, aye. Mark Folds, have I got it right? Thursday onwards is pay-per-view. No, it's not. It's free all week, Mark. So, oh, Gary, are you past? He's given him a chance. Oh, that's quick. Craig hasn't messed about there.
Chapping the gully, mate.
He's
not
not
bad.
a mile away.
Close. Very close. Oh, hello there.
No, not enough.
Front ball.
One shot.
Safe, Gary.
So that's tiebreaker. Yeah, sorry, Mark. It's no, it's free all week. We are covering the first 3 days of the qualifiers, and then they're getting people in who know what they're talking about for the last 3 days for the proper competition. Quick round up of the other games. So Dean Reaver is 5-5, is that? After 6 ends of the second set after winning the first. Conrad is 4-3 up, playing the last end, having won the first set in his game against Paul Barlow. Malcolm Johnson is 4-3 up, playing the 6th end against Martin Rogan, having won the first set. And Mark Higgins is 6-4 up in the second set, having won the first set, playing the 5th end. Good start from Gary there. Oh, Mr. Parks is in the house. Where his alias name there. Yeah. Any betting websites getting involved could do with something to lose some money on.
Great ball from Gary.
Bold bet. I'll take your money there, Daz. I'll give you any price you want on the wrong shots. I'm not sure. I must admit, I thought about that myself, as I don't know whether any of the major bookmakers will get involved later on in the week for the main competition. I will try and find out for you.
Looks like Gary might have about a yard to get in.
Just needs to run. Just needs to run, and he's drawn this. Not a mile away. I think he might have made that. Yeah, great ball. Great ball. Craig's chasing the ball here, I think. Is he? Nice. Perfect weight.
Might get it on length, mate.
Maybe. Maybe. I think he's made it. Has he?
No, I think he has, mate. Yep.
Yeah, Mark has just indicated Craig's lying.
All down to pace, mate.
Will he bend in time? Will he run? No, not quite, I don't think.
Umpire wasn't certain.
Craig was disgusted he was going to have to walk all the way up that green there. Have a look at that. You didn't make that temple by walking up greens, did you?
So.
Jeremy, will the last 3 days still be on our YouTube channel? No, it'll actually flick across to the World Bowls Tour YouTube channel, Jeremy, so you'll catch all of the stream on there, and I believe on Facebook as well.
It is, mate, yeah.
Solid start from Craig, good pace.
Just looking across the far end, my little mate Mr. Reaver has been took into a tie break against Aaron Johnson. They just started their tie break.
Conrad Morrison has beaten Paul Barlow. It's a big result for Conrad.
Good ball there from Craig. Can he stick it on this ditch side?
A mile away if his pace is right. If it comes late to the death like you said.
Bad, just need to slow.
Oh, just ran through. Head's building quite nice for him though. The worst head in the world.
Craig putting the wingman in, maybe?
It's down
gone
the
very
spot,
wide
I think,
down that
isn't
side.
it? Yeah.
Just move that scoreboard in case it keeps it on. Now, Gary, do you go quick or do you draw?
Yeah, he's running through the balls.
Trying to play that Clever, Alan.
Looks under to me. Is he? Is he? Looks under, I think. He's got one of them. Oh, no, yeah. What a result that is. Doesn't massively change anything. It depends what Craig does here, because he can just still go quick through the two balls.
Yeah, I think it's another one of these where Craig needs to beat that short one, doesn't he?
I'd be down the same hand. I'm just trying to get anywhere between spot and the jack, really.
Yeah.
Fancy black.
You can beat that front ball. It's probably the key. It's gone wide again, though. A very high line. I had the lovely Miss Catherine Rednall sent us a message this morning. Our young son was glued to the TV watching us this morning. I says, well, I'll be on after 12, so he'll be sharp asleep.
Well, no or never, mate. He's got a better line.
He has. He's close to the inside edge, I think.
Lucky are you?
He's close to the inside edge.
Oh,
It stood up on its end. It stood up on its end. On to Craig. Gets on the match.
Enough.
Great game.
Cracking finish. Well played.
Well done to Craig. Commiserations, Gary. Cracking effort there as well. He couldn't have probably got it much better.
No.
Gillian, quickly, yes, nominated to kill is still available on the third end of the tiebreaker. And Ross Cowan, your commentary's far more entertaining than WBT. I couldn't possibly say.
Who get into bother?
Yeah.
Although Jason's not watching.
Yeah. Oh, definitely
love
Ross.
it, love it, mate. BAFTA-esque. Jess, you want to hear what they say on here? Right, folks, that's session number 3 over with. We'll bring you up to date what happens in the other games when we come back. And thanks for watching, and we'll probably see you in about 5 or 10.